The fallout from President Donald Trump's intervention in the FIFA World Cup is far from over. Now, U.S. soccer star Folarin Balogun has opened up about what was happening behind the scenes, admitting the controversy surrounding his shock return to the team affected the entire American squad ahead of their biggest match of the tournament. Balogun, who scored 3 goals during the World Cup, had originally been suspended after receiving a red card. But in a move that stunned the football world, FIFA overturned that suspension after President Donald Trump personally contacted FIFA President Gianni Infantino and asked for the decision to be reviewed. The decision triggered international backlash, with critics questioning whether politics had influenced football's biggest competition. Now, Balogun says the entire episode created a wave of uncertainty inside the U.S. camp. Speaking to CBS Mornings, Balogun said, quote, "My initial reaction was that I was happy to be back in the team, but when I started to reflect, I knew it was going to cause a lot of controversy." He then admitted the situation began affecting those around him. According to Balogun, quote, "I could almost see within my teammates a bit of nerves because it's something that is so unique. But the closer we got to the game, I tried to focus as best as I could. It was difficult. There was a lot of outside noise, and that's hard to avoid." Balogun also revealed just how confusing the situation became behind closed doors. He said, quote, "The team was practicing without me in the lineup. I was almost playing a supporting role just to keep morale high. Then everything suddenly changed after FIFA overturned the suspension. Even Andrew Giuliani, executive director of the White House's World Cup Task Force, later admitted the controversy potentially distracted the players. Still, Balogun insisted the U.S. squad remained fully committed heading into the round of 16 clash against Belgium. He explained, quote, "From me being inside the camp, I know we had full concentration going into the game. But Belgium eventually crushed the United States 4-1, and afterwards, the controversy only intensified. Belgian players mocked Trump by performing his signature dance, both on the pitch and later inside the dressing room. Their national team's official X account then delivered a brutal 2-word response aimed at the White House, posting simply, quote, 'Overturn this.' Meanwhile, the controversy has now expanded beyond football. Fair Square has filed an official complaint with the International Olympic Committee, accusing FIFA President Gianni Infantino of breaching Olympic ethics rules, including over Balogun's overturned red card. And despite the criticism, President Trump had defended his role in the controversy. Speaking to reporters after FIFA overturned Balogun's suspension, Trump insisted he never ordered anyone to reverse the decision, claiming he simply asked for a review.
Yeah, please.
I wanted to ask you, can you describe your phone call with Gianni Infantino about the red card? And Belgium is appealing the decision. What's your reaction?
You're asking me about the whole soccer?
Yeah.
So I saw the play, and I'm a person that loves sports and was a good athlete, and I understand sports really well. And that wasn't a foul. That wasn't even an infraction. That was 2 guys running full speed that happened to crash into each other. You can't take your foot and properly place it on somebody else's foot when you're going, no, these were 2 great athletes that got tangled up, and this referee, who is a little bit suspect, if you check his past, I don't want to say that because I don't like to create controversy, but very suspect. If you'd like, I'll provide you with the past. He made a call that nobody could believe. You know, even people on the other side, they say, "Oh, we got lucky. Wow, it's very interesting." They say they don't show him in slow motion, and I never realized that. I never heard of that before. He didn't do anything wrong, and he's our best player or one of our best players, a very vital player. And he gave him a red card. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't think it meant much. Then I started hearing that means he can't play in the next game, at least in the next game. I said, boy, that's a big, if it happened to another player, it would have been unfair. But when they take your best player, or just about, they have some great players, but and they say you can't play. That's very unfair. That's, it's one thing to penalize somebody for the game, but how do you penalize them for a game that hasn't been played yet? It's very unfair. You can't do that. So, yes, I asked for a review by FIFA. I spoke to a man who's highly respected, and by the way, whose level of respect has gone up tenfold. And he was good before this started, but he really pushed it in this country. I'm the one that got them to do it. It was not Biden. Biden was asleep.
But Mr. President.
But all I did, I asked for a review because I didn't think it was a foul. And, again, I'm good at this stuff. I didn't think it was a foul. I thought it was two great athletes that crashed into each other and got entangled. That was not a guy punching somebody in the face or anything that, would be different. And I think it's a terrible, if they wouldn't allow, a top player, maybe the best, maybe among the best players on the team to play, I think it would have had a big stain. And I related just that feel. I didn't tell him what to do. I can't tell him what to do. But and I don't believe he made the decision. I think it was a committee that made the decision. And they made the right decision because, number one, it wasn't a foul. And you want to see a game with your best players. You don't want to say, how would you feel if I took, we take Messi out? Look, he ran into somebody. Or we took Ronaldo, you bunked into somebody, we're going to take you out of a game. He's great. Harry Kane, we're going to take you out of the game, Harry, because you happen to hit somebody a little bit harder than you can't do that. If you would have taken him out, I think it would have really stained this incredible champion. We got to have our best players, and Belgium's got a great team, by the way. We got to have our best players, and they have to have their best. And if we win or we lose, it's fair. Otherwise, let's say we lost him and we lose the game. It would be a terrible thing. So I think they made a really brilliant decision. I think the referee's call was horrible.
Was it appropriate for you as president?
Yeah,
but
Mr.
was
President,
it appropriate?
Are you going to talk to the Belgian Prime Minister before the game?
I didn't think of it, but I would. He's a good man. I will tell you this. The people in Belgium, if they win the game, they can be very proud. If they would win the game with a player missing, it would have been a different feeling. You can't do that. And I'm very glad. All I did was ask for a review. I didn't say you have